Mustafa, and today I have the honor of moderating this, the final, the most impactful of the presidential debates. Our candidates are as follows: Kirsch for the Republicans, Brett for the Libertarians, and vouching for Democratic candidate Ella is Vice Presidential candidate Jordan.
Hello.
The format of the debate is as follows. I will ask a question, and each candidate will have precisely 1 minute to respond. After that, if any of the candidates have been directly mentioned in a response, they will have 30 seconds to rebut. The topics of today's debate include race relations in America and trade deals. Let's begin. Candidates, our opening question today is this: why do you have the character and the temperament to be President of the United States? Kirsch, your response.
I have the character and temperament to be the President of these United States because I have visited a lot of places in this country. It's been going through extremely hard times, the thousands of jobs being sent away to foreign places because we cannot compete as a country because of all these over-regulations. And this has to stop. I recognize the hardships American people face, and I would do whatever it takes to alleviate them, to do what is our duty, and to govern instead of being this annoying roadblock.
All right, thank you, Kirsch. Brett, your response.
I believe that I have the character and temperament to be the President of the United States because just like my Vice President said, I'm a calm and collected, and I think being calm and collected is one of the most important things you can be in the White House. Being under a lot of stress is something that's has put a lot of presidents in their downfall stages, and I think that just because I'm calm and collected and able to source through all my ideals, I think that makes me a good candidate to be president.
All right, Jordan, your response.
Seeing as though Ella wasn't able to make it today, I'll be representing her. And I feel like Ella would be a very good president for our country because she has been to so many places and seen so many things. And she's also been through so many hardships in her life that she will be able to solve our problems in a very quick, calm, and collected manner.
All right, thank you for your response. Now we move on to the issue of trade. Candidates, many have criticized trade deals like NAFTA and the TPP for shipping middle-class jobs overseas. What kind of trade policy will you pursue as President of the United States? Kirsch, your response?
First of all, the trade policies I will undertake will be one that will be fair, because a lot of the deals we have done nothing but destroy our economy. And countries such as China have been taking advantage of that by sending hundreds of thousands of extremely cheap steel everywhere, destroying our steel industry in Pittsburgh and additional oil, stuff like that. So the trade deals are going to be fair. It's going to help both the country we are trading with and the United States.
All right, thank you, Kirsch. Brett, your response.
Well, my party's policy is that we want to continue trade with other countries. However, we want to do something that will improve relationships as well. We want to repeal tariffs and restriction on imports and ask other countries to do the same. And this is the way we'll improve relations, as well as economic stability. And it's by talking to the leaders and forming deals that work for not only us, but them as well. And while doing this, we can balance the budget by cutting expenditures instead of raising taxes.
All right, thank you, Brett. Jordan, your response.
Can you hear the question?
Yes, what kind of trade policy will you, or in this case, Ella, pursue as President of the United States?
Ella will pursue a policy that will reward the little people and even the big companies in our country that employ U.S. workers and jobs that invest in the American economy.
All right, thank you, Jordan, for your response. Now we move on to the issue of race relations. Candidates, ever since the death of Michael Brown back in 2014, riots have happened in many American cities from Ferguson to Charlotte. Are race relations right now as bad as people say? And if so, what will you do as president to fix them? Kirsch, your response.
I believe that race relations are a major issue in American society, and it has to be fixed. The police have to be held accountable, and they have to control their communities, and they have to rebuild the trust. However, we cannot do so by ostracizing very people who protect us day in and day out. We cannot fix the wounds of our nation by believing every single policeman is a racist person that will shoot you the moment you get out of the house. No, this will not be the way we solve this. We have to solve this by bringing both policemen and communities together and show them that there's a common way of doing this, and to do so using law and order, the way we can protect the ones we hold dear, to protect our families, our friends, and to protect our nation.
All right, thank you, Kirsch. Brett, your response.
I actually agree with some of what Kirsch has said, where the fact of the matter is that people are ostracizing the police, is that not all the police officers want to go out and kill everyone, but the few people that do, it's sad to see something like that, because people are not born with ignorance. Ignorance is something that has grown, and it's manifesting itself in everyone in America. And what we need to do is find a way to fix this problem of ignorance growing in people in our nation. We need to talk to people and find a solution to the race war problems that's happening in our society today.
All right, thank you, Brett. Jordan, your response?
Well, both me and Ella feel like our country is such a diverse country, filled with many different races and religions. And if the people and the police are divided, then we can't function as a community. They protect us, and we need to inform everybody that they are here for us and not to hurt us.
All right, thank you. Now we move on to the final closing question of tonight. Polls show that as many as 40% of voters in this election are right now undecided. Why should those voters vote for you? Kirsch, your response.
Why should you vote if you're undecided? Well, it's up to you. It's your choice to vote. And you should practice it. You should practice that the constitutional right with your full heart. I'm not going to give you some BS reason of why I should be your president. I'm just going to give you what I've said, and you make up your mind. I'm not going to constantly going to be like, vote for me. No. It's your decision, your choice. Vote for the person whose values, whose beliefs match up with yours. And only so, if you can full-heartedly do so, then vote to your heart's content. Otherwise, it's not worth it at all.
All right, thank you, Kirsch. Brett, your response.
I believe that the reason that people should vote for me is because, like Donald Trump's slogan, a vote for me is a vote for America. And I'm not saying this to be a condescending. What I'm saying this is because if you vote for me, I'm going to take America back to the way of its roots. And this means we're going to have a free market and free, open everything so people can grow. The reason that right now America is struggling is because we're not fully allowing ourselves to grow as a country with all this government restriction. The biggest monopoly out there, as I've said before, is the government, and we need to put some regulations on them.
All right, thank you, Brett. Jordan, your response.
Undecided voters should vote for Ella because she's a very hardworking individual, and if you elect her, then you will be electing a person that is perfect for this country. She is so good at communicating with people. She can understand people's griefs, and she can grieve with them.
All right. Thank you, candidates. That concludes our final presidential debate. As a reminder, Election Day is approaching soon, so you should go out and cast your ballot for the candidate that you think best reflects your conscience. Thank you for watching this debate.